Nothing to plunder. Nothing to be had there.
Now, if you talk to Cor Angar in the castle, he will come here. But sometimes he may disappear from this spot if you go back to Khorinis after you talk to him in the castle. If he disappears, then obviously he won't come back here. He will either be in Cavalorn's hut next to the Paladin Marcos, or he will leave Valley of Mines and be on Bengar's farm. But nevertheless, you should be able to complete this quest and give him his amulet eventually.
Hey! Is something wrong?
Do you hear that? Never in my life have I heard such a dreadful noise.
What do you mean? I don't hear a thing.
The whole area here stinks of death and destruction. The putrid creatures guard the rocky entrance to the crypt in front of us. Something ghastly is concealing itself in there and sending its henchmen to the surface of this world. I am almost certain that my amulet was lost somewhere here.
Have you talked to the dragon hunters?
Yes, but I had expected a fellowship like the one we had in the swamp camp. The boys are nothing but a wild, motley collection of idiots. It's not for me.
What's hiding in the cave in the rocks?
Something will not let me get close to the entrance. It is guarded by a magical creature. I have seen it at night, searching the area. A disgusting thing. It glides back and forth between the trees, and you get the impression that it sucks up all life in its surroundings like a sponge.
Let's go together.
I shall try it, but be careful.
Nothing to plunder.
Only death and destruction. I must get out of here.
So this skeletal mage has his amulet. And it also has a potion for permanent mana.
Hey! What's the matter?
I cannot go further with you. Something tells me that I will never get out of here alive. I can't explain it, but every time I face one of these hell spawn, I have the feeling that I am fighting my own people.
Wait a minute. I found your amulet.
Thank you. I thought I would never see it again.
What are you planning to do now?
Get out of this accursed valley. Perhaps we shall meet again. Farewell.
Wait a minute.
So now he's going to Cavalorn's hut, where Paladin Marcos is. And I'm gonna go there shortly. Oh wow, that skeleton just disappeared. I looted the whole skeleton. There are 2 ice golems there. I'm gonna deal with them soon.
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there.
Now there is a very interesting trap here. As you can see, there are many skeletons around this chest. So when you open it, an orc spawns. With some goblins.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
More friends. Let's talk to them.
Leave while you still can. Are you looking for trouble?
Just leave me alone.
Leave while you...
Nothing to plunder. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
So there's Silvio and Bolko. I'm gonna talk to them soon.
The swamp dragon is dead. What are you gonna do now?
No idea. I haven't thought about it, really. At any rate, you could now return to Corinus as a hero. Bet there's a pile to be made out of this. Think about it.
And what's the matter with you?
These boots.
And what are you
The questions you ask. First,
Angar, what are you doing here?
I was on my way to the pass when I bumped into the orcs. I couldn't shake off the godforsaken brutes. I'll wait a while and then move across the pass. I'll see you on the other side.
Hey! I don't like to leave you alone.
Sure, off you go. I'll see you.
Hey!
How's the situation?
Thank you for your help. Unos will give us the strength to stand firm.
There should be some enemies I haven't killed in this forest. And after that, only the ice dragon remains.
Nothing there to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
Now after this, there's not much left. Only the ice region remains.
Hey, you! Have you seen a dragon yet?
Not so far, but the beast can't hide forever.
Hey you, Paladin. Go back to your ore mine. There's nothing here.
Understood. Nobody likes to part with his booty.
You said it. Disappear.
And what if I won't go?
Don't play the big man here, squirt. Otherwise you'll wind up just like those poor swine lying dead back there in the snow.
Those were your people.
Not anymore. No big loss. Those idiots weren't worth much anyway.
What happened to them?
They weren't able to get past the big ice giants back there and got stamped out by them. If you're such a tough guy, why don't you give it a try?
Why don't you get rid of them yourself?
Come. Don't puff yourself up like that. If you ask me, you're scared shitless.
What's in it for me?
Dunno. Let's say 1,000 gold pieces. How's that sound?
How would it help you if I did it?
It's all the same to you. But to answer your question, I want to go into the ice region. Unfortunately, those damn things are in my way.
What do you want to do in the ice region?
You don't stop with questions, do you? All right, I'll tell you. Here, behind these cliffs, is a wasteland of ice like you've never seen before. A jewel of an ice dragon is hiding there with his fat horde. I want it. So, what's it to be? Yes or no?
All right then, why not?
Then hurry up. I haven't got all day.
What's the matter?
It's so damn cold here, man. I don't see why Silvio insisted on coming here of all places. There's plenty of other places around where there's something to be had.
Everything else all right?
Not now, I'm freezing. I just want to get out of here as fast as I can.
Now there's one feature in this game that I really like, but I rarely use it. So before I show it, I want to equip some spells. And now, if I hold down the draw weapon button, my character will stand like this, which means that if I let go of the draw weapon, he will pull out a sword. If I press up or down, he will switch stance. With this animation, he will pull out a crossbow. If I press up again, he will switch to spells. And then I can press left or right and cycle through these spells. Or you can just use 1, 2, 1 for melee weapon, 2 for ranged weapon, 4, 5, 6 for spells. You know how it goes. But I really like this feature, where you can stand like this and just switch which weapon to equip. Now in front of me, there are 2 ice golems. These golems cast ice block. If they ice block you, you're pretty much dead. Now if you have high enough mana, you can use large fireball. I don't have enough mana, so I'm gonna drink a speed potion, avoid their ice block projectiles, and get close to them. Because once you're close, they get into melee mode, and they won't cast ice blocks anymore. You can also do it without the potion. The potion just makes it easier. Or maybe you want to see it without the potion. Let's do it without the potion.
Your path is clear. Your ice giants are no more.
Good work. Let's see what we have.
Well, just a minute. What about the money?
All in its own good time.
What next?
Well, I'd say it looks pretty bad. The best thing is you go ahead and I'll just follow you.
First, I want to see my money.
Once we've got the dragon, you can have as much gold as you can carry.
I want my money now.
Either you go in front or you'll have to deal with me.
Are you afraid?
Nonsense. Now cut out the drivel. Now move.
I won't do the dirty work for you.
Coward.
I thought you were headed for the ice region.
Go ahead in front. I'll be right behind you.
Everything else?
Not now, I'm freezing. I just want to get out of here as fast.
So much for you,
still got it.
filthy beast.
Nothing to be had there.
Now this ring here is the Ring of Defense, which gives you Magic Protection 5.
Nothing to be had there.
Now here, in order to jump up, it might be tricky, but to make it easier, you can just drop Digger's Meat, and there it is.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to plunder. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to plunder. Nothing to plunder. Nothing to plunder.
And there it is, the Ice Dragon.
Nothing to be had there.
Now inside here, there's a message. Let's see, what's the message about? It's not that one. It's this one. And now,
why do you disturb my rest? Must I bury myself still further, just so you annoying little mites will finally leave me alone? You humans are curious creatures. Swept away by the icy wind of death, there will always be at least one who rises from the ashes, thinking he is destined to be a hero. But that will soon be over. I shall personally see to it that none of you will rise again anytime soon.
Silence! With the power of the sacred eye which has been bestowed upon me, I order you to answer my questions.
Ask away then. Your knowledge will not help you.
Who are you?
I am Finkreg, Lord of Ice and Snow, Guardian of the Congress, and ultimately, your death.
Which god do you serve? What accursed god could ever allow despicable creatures such as you to walk this earth?
Do not trouble yourself trying to understand the meaning of our gathering, little hero. Beliar has not only permitted us to be here, he has even commanded it. Inspired by his holy words, we shall not rest until his will is made deed.
How can I find your master?
He has established his hoard in the solid rock of the halls of Idarath and waits there for his destiny. Until he can restore this world to the order which it has deserved, he waits there in deep meditation, and...
Spare me the details. Just tell me where I can find these sacred halls of Idarath.
Ha ha ha! You disappoint me, little man. So you've withstood all of the dangers and overcome almost all of us, and now you fail in your inability to use the higher knowledge. If Idarath means nothing to you, then you'd better go to your magicians and ask them to be allowed to take care of their worldly needs. For quite obviously, you're not yet ready for the heavy burden of their higher knowledge. The power of the eye is extinguished, and your time has run out.
Now here there's a weapon called Stormbringer. This weapon looks like Gomez's weapon from Gothic 1. And outside there, I found this axe, which looks like Gorn's axe from Gothic 1. And there's also a dragon egg here. That dragon egg is for a quest. You can get that quest as soon as chapter 4 starts, but you have to go back to monastery to get it. And obviously, I haven't been there yet ever since chapter 4 started, so I'm gonna get that quest soonish when I get there. Here, I'm gonna equip a normal weapon.
The ice dragon is dead. And now give me everything you have on you.
No way in hell.
It's me who's going to be famous for slaying the ice dragon. Your small role in this matter is over.
Now, as you can see, Bulko doesn't die. However, Silvio dies.
Don't you try that again.
All right, you win. What do you want? Everything else all right?
Not now, I'm freezing. I just want to get out of here as fast as I can. Damn it! Silvio is dead!
Wait a minute.
What are your plans now that Silvio is dead?
No idea. I guess I'll go with the other dragon hunters if they still want me around.
Do you know where the others are?
I think so. At least I saw one of them at the river over there.
Take me to the other dragon hunters.
Hey, I'm not your lackey.
I'll pay you 50 gold coins for it.
All right then, fork over the dough. Follow me. I'll take you to where I last saw one of the other dragon hunters.
So this is why I equipped the normal weapon. Because I don't want Claw of Beliar to kill Bulko. Now, I can beat Bulko to get my money back, but you know what? I'm gonna let him have it.
Hey, you!
I've killed all the dragons.
Take a hike and tell your fairy tales to someone else.
Hey!
I've killed all the dragons.
Well, so what? Here in the valley, there's still enough for us to get.
I killed all the dragons.
Sure, and I'm a paladin. You might have killed one, but all of them? Go find somebody else who will believe you.
I love this.
Hey! The dragons are dead.
Ha! Who's supposed to have killed them then? The paladins?
I did.
Ha! You don't believe that yourself. Quit yanking my chain.
Everything else all right?
Just don't get on my nerves.
Okay, so I lied. I want my money back. And I want it now.
Will you stop it already?
Okay, I got my money back.
Don't you try that again.
Hey, you!
All right, you win. What do you want?
Everything else all right?
We'll see
Just
about
don't
that.
get on my nerves.
Wait a minute.
All right, all right.
Here's something to drink for you.
I'm feeling a lot better. I'm ready for anything.
I've killed all the dragons.
Take a hike.
Let's start with the training.
Then we'll see. There is nothing else I can teach you. You've become too good. You don't need a teacher for this discipline anymore.
Okay, now. It's time for the castle.
Enos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
His deeds were just.
It's a bad business.
All the dragons are dead.
Well done. If we had more people like you, then it would probably never have gone this far.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
Nothing amazes me.
How are things?
Now that we're rid of those dragons, we can take care of the orcs.
Justice will prevail in the end.
You didn't get that over to me anymore.
Better watch out.
Report, soldier.
Yes, sir. Holding position as ordered. No additional losses. Provisions getting short. The orcs are quiet. The last dragon attack completely destroyed the outer wall, but since then, there haven't been any unusual events.
All right, carry on. How's the situation?
We have the situation under control. Don't concern yourself, civilian. Everything will turn out all right.
Nobody ever asks me.
Hey, you! How's it going?
They say the dragons have all been killed. Now we stand a chance.
How are things?
I heard that all the dragons have been slain. Thank Enos. Nobody ever asks me. Never change.
I've got no time for things like that.
Those are all just rumors.
Any news?
Yes, you're our hero. Getting rid of all the dragons at once is no mean feat, I should say.
I've got news about the dragons.
Report.
I went to the western ice region and did away with the dragon there.
That's good news. Here, I'll give you some money toward your equipment.
All the dragons are dead.
All of them? So evil has been vanquished forever?
No, alas not. Their leader still remains.
Weren't the dragons the leaders of the orcs?
Yes, true, but they also have their own master. We must get rid of him as well.
I damn well can't go. I have to guard the ore, and the cursed orcs are still around as well. You'll have to take care of it yourself. I can't help you. May Innos protect you.
As if I didn't have enough problems. That's not fair. You mustn't believe everything you hear. I'm not touching that.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
For that is the will of Innos.
Show me your way.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
For Innos.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Hey! What can you sell me?
Man, look at how low I've sunk.
I'm going to buy this.
Hey, you! Do you have any news? The dragon hunters have arrived. Hey! Show. Hey! I've got some dragon blood for you.
That's great. Sell me everything you have.
So now that I gave him dragon blood, I can finish this quest.
I think I found your purse.
What? Where? What bastard did that?
It was over there by the smithy.
Where? Near the smithy? It must have fallen out of a dragon hunter's pocket there. Don't tell me otherwise.
I suspect one of the dragon hunters.
I knew it. Just wait. I'll give those swine what for.
And now for the fun part. Parry then.
So Paladin may win the fight, he may lose the fight. If he wins the fight, I'll get my dragon blood back. If he loses the fight, I'm gonna get his purse. And his purse has 300 gold inside.
Yeah, that's the ticket. What you waiting for? Show him who's boss. That hit the spot.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Wait a minute.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I want my finder's fee for your purse.
Is that your biggest worry? Here's a couple of damn coins and now beat it.
I already thought as much.
Relax. You've got your purse back, haven't you?
Don't push me, boy.
We'll see about that
Clear
next
off.
time.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Now it's time to visit our friend.
Don't talk! I learned you there when Hushback killed. You make big mistakes, stranger.
I see you have taken his place here. You've been stringing me along. Your position with your people is higher than you wanted to admit. Now you're nothing but a tool of evil yourself.
Stranger, right. Urshak filled only with hate and vengeance now. Urshak see big mistake trust evil human. Urshak regret call human friend and help not get killed. Stranger, finally leave valley and go overpass. Urshak no can kill stranger now. Honor of shaman's command, Urshak no kill. Next time we meet, we enemies. You better go now. You go, me no talk to, stranger.
Okay, now it is time to go back. So at the start of chapter 4, an orcish warlord will spawn here.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
Do you really believe that?
Everything going well? Sure. Everything's quiet. How's it going?
Quite well, but I still have these miserable headaches, although they've gotten better since I'm no longer in the Valley of Mines. I'll stay here, then you'll know where to find me if you need me.
It's a bad business.
You mustn't believe everything you hear. You don't have to ask me that. It was just like you said.
Will you stay on Bengar's farm now?
Sure. I'll have to see this through now. We'll manage somehow.
It'll be...
Malik is here again. Unless a miracle...
It's all just gossip.
It's totally obvious.
Okay, so now let's visit Xardas.
That'll only cause more trouble. Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
One less monster around.
Wait a minute. You didn't look all that hot.
These headaches just won't stop. There's something brewing. I think I'll have a rest first.
Where's Xardas?
He's gone. And he left these demonic beings behind in his tower. I think he doesn't want anyone sniffing around his tower in his absence.
Where did he go?
He didn't say. He only asked me to give you this letter from him. I read it. Sorry, I was curious.
And?
No idea. I didn't understand a word, man. But one thing's clear to me. We won't see him again anytime soon. I think things just got too hot for him, and he headed for the hills.
Okay, so that letter tells us to go to monastery and get the book back that we gave to Pyrokar.
I killed all the dragons.
Really? So there's more than a glimmer of hope on the horizon. Now all we have to do is cut off the head of evil. If you have indeed done that, then we shall win the war.
Who, me?
You, of course. Who else?
That's no secret.
That's nothing new.
Okay, so now I'm gonna consecrate my weapon,
You don't have to
increase its damage a bit. I have money, I'm rich, let's do it.
That was no big deal.
That'll only cause more trouble.
Been there, done that.
So it gained 20 more damage.
That's no secret.
You don't have to ask me that.
Things I could tell you.
How's life in the monastery?
I'm going out of my mind here. But anyway, thanks for the hint. Milton was indeed able to help me get a place here. I feel really stupid among those ever-nagging do-gooders. Well, what's a body to do? Before I starve in town, I'd rather do what the novices tell me to.
You'll be all right, I think.
Just imagine, I'm expected to weed their garden. If this carries on much longer, I'll go bonkers. What I need is some good old planks beneath my feet.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
Path of virtue is long and rocky.
May
Those are
Innos
all just
protect you.
rumors. You should have known
All the dragons are dead.
That is good news indeed, but it does nothing to change our situation, which seems hopeless. The Seekers still have not left. On the contrary, I hear more and more reports that during these last few days, their numbers have even increased. Killing off the dragons has dealt the enemy a blow, but it did not suffice. We need to dig this evil out by the roots.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
I talked to the dragons.
What did they say?
They kept talking about the power of their master and how he settled in the halls of Xardas.
Enos be with us. The Black Temple has regained its power and is now sending its henchmen into our world.
What are these halls of Xardas?
The Eastern Invocation Temple of the god Beliar. There are 4 of them in the land of Myrtana, but this one is probably the most terrifying temple of all. About 40 years ago, the northern and western temples of this horrible deity were destroyed. The brave knights of that time gave their all to raze those mighty constructions to the ground. Back then, the black hordes of the enemy were helpless against the superior numbers and the heroic courage of the knights and paladins. It would have been easy to destroy the other 2 temples as well and rid the land of evil forever. But after the second temple fell, they simply disappeared.
Disappeared? An entire temple? Yeah, right.
Do not mock me. The situation is serious. If the halls of Idarath have indeed regained their power, then it will not be easy to defeat the enemy. For that, you would have to find it first. And I think that this will be your next and hardest task.
We shall see. Xardas's book, which was believed to be lost, where is it?
I have been expecting you would ask that, but I fear that it will be of no help to you. It has been magically sealed. I took it to one of our lower vaults, and even we have so far tried in vain to open it. That accursed Xardas has played a dirty trick on us.
Can I see the book?
Be my guest. I cannot imagine you being successful where the greatest masters of our monastery have failed. But go ahead and give it a try. Telamon is not going to stop you.
Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Dismissed. You know what you have to do.
Any news?
No. Nothing which you do not already know, brother.
I have purified all the shrines.
Excellently done, my son. I am proud of you. May Enos watch over you. Take this amulet of strength, that it may be of use to you in battle against the enemy.
So he gave me... this one?
You don't have to ask me that.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I need a few things. I need a...
So I bought Ice Wave, Demon, Fire Rain. I won't need all of that, but I want to have it on me.
Hey, you! You seem to have worked up a sweat.
Yes, I'm completely exhausted. For days I've been trying to get this confounded concoction to work. I just can't do it.
Now you can start this quest in chapter 4.
What's the problem?
The recipe says something about a dragon egg. Of course, I don't have one of those things. So I've been trying to simulate that ingredient. However, with little success thus far. If one of those things should ever roll across your path in some cave, then think of me.
So what are you using instead of the dragon egg?
Believe me, you don't want to know.
What kind of a potion is that supposed to be?
I bought the recipe from a traveling salesman. It mentions some curious but rather interesting things. I'm not sure if this potion really does anything, but my thirst for knowledge impels me to continue.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, that was only a joke. I do not believe you will really find a dragon egg.
Just wait. Here, I've got a dragon egg for you.
You're trying to pull my leg. It's real. I hadn't thought it possible. Where did you find it?
I'd rather keep that to myself.
Excellent. What do you want for it?
If you say surprise me, he just gives you a ring with magic protection.
Give me some of the potion when it's ready.
All right, but as I said, I have no idea what will come from it. Come back later when I have finished it.
So the potion that he will give me, when it's done, is a strength potion.
That's no secret.
That'll only cause more trouble.
You are not permitted to go further. Turn back.
Pyrocar says I'm allowed to examine Xardas's book.
So he says that. All right, you may enter. The book you are looking for is over there on the alchemist's bench.
He really should have known better. That's no secret.
That's nothing new.
I've got no time for things like that.
Nothing's ever gonna change that. Nothing's ever gonna change that.
I couldn't get away with that.
You should have known better.
I couldn't care less.
That's totally obvious.
Can't rely on that.
Zarek Bundardo. Ah, the book's open. There's a letter and a key hidden inside.
So this letter from the book mentions the lamp, which is this one.
Hey, you!
You already know what I think.
I found a secret door.
What? Where?
Behind a bookshelf.
What's behind it?
It looks like an old underground vault.
That is important news. I shall inform Pyrocar of it immediately. Meanwhile, you must find out what's in this cellar.
He really should have known better.
You should have known better.
Nothing to be had there.
That's no secret.
Anything's possible.
Nothing there.
It's no secret.
Nothing there.
After killing this mage, there's a new dialogue with Talamon.
There's more, believe me.
Do you really think?
Same old thing all over again.
That'll only cause more trouble.
That was no big deal.
Sorry for the poor.
Hey, you! I've been to the vault.
And what did you find?
There was a skeleton warrior down there, guarding a door. I killed him.
Well done. We shall deal with the vault once we have conquered evil.
Who told you that?
You don't have to tell me that. That isn't true.
Nothing's ever gonna change.
That will never change.
That'll only cause more trouble.
Did you hear that demonic sound? When you open this door fully, you trigger some demons to spawn here. If you want to avoid to spawn those demons, you can open this door like halfway, equip your weapon, and go in like this.
No idea, you tell me.
And then you won't spawn the demons.
Nothing there.
Okay, now here is a special potion called Tears of Enos. And here is a book that tells us how to consecrate this weapon even more with Tears of Enos. Now here, is a blank rune, an empty rune. We're gonna use that to make a new rune now. There's a dusty book and a new map. Let's see the book. It's not this one. It's this one. And you also have to examine this map.
So that's where you're hiding out. Damn far away. I'll need a ship to get there.
So this starts a new quest.
Hey, you!
It had to happen sooner or later.
You don't have to ask me that.
That's no secret. It was his decision, wasn't it?
That'll only cause more trouble.
Now here, I can make a rune called The Secret of the Library. You can only make this one as a paladin. And it's this one, Teleport. This teleports you to a secret room. And it gives you the best paladin armor.
Nobody wants to know.
Could have told you that before.
Hey, you!
He really should have known better.
Who told you that?
Been there, done that.
For this potion, I need to sleep 2 days.
Better watch out. You tell that. Better watch out. You tell that.
Tell me that isn't true.
Maybe I could offer you a job as a captain.
You're not having me on, mate. If what you say is really true, I'm definitely in on it. There's only a minor problem. I hate those novices out of half the larder. They're hopping mad, those fellows. I don't think that head magician will let me leave here just like that. First, I have to work off my debt with Pyrocar. I'm sorry.
You'll be all right, I think.
What I need is some good old planks beneath my feet.
So that island that we saw on the map, we will have to sail there. For that we need a ship, captain, and crew members.
Better watch out who you tell that to.
No idea, you tell me.
There have been all kinds of rumors.
What are the Tears of Innos?
The Tears of Innos are nothing but an old child's tale. It tells of how the battle between Innos and Beliar started at the beginning of time.
I found this potion.
That cannot be. I cannot believe it.
What's the matter?
If these are really the genuine Tears of Innos, then...
Hardly.
Do not interrupt me. If these are the real Tears of Innos, then we have a powerful weapon against the enemy.
What do you mean by weapon?
Legend has it that under the influence of this substance, the warriors of Enos were able to perform almost superhuman deeds. They were immune to all kinds of exhaustion and had the strength of 2 bears. The greatest heroic feats of the olden days were only made possible by the tears of Enos.
I understand.
But the tears can bring suffering and death as well. Only the members of our order may drink this draught. Anyone else, even the paladins of our lord, would face a cruel death.
So what are the tears of Enos?
When Enos realized that he had to fight Beliar, his own brother, in order to preserve creation, his sorrow was great. He started to weep, and his tears fell down onto the world. There were many of them, for his heart was so full of grief that he wept for 13 years.
Get to the point.
The people who found his tears and tasted them were filled with supernatural strength and clarity. They recognized the wisdom of Enos' creation and began to serve him. They were the first members of the community of the fire. The tears gave them strength, courage, and wisdom. But that is all very long ago, and it has been more than 250 years since anyone last set eyes on a tear of Enos.
Now, Pyrokar is just an old man. He has no idea what's he talking about. Surely paladins can also drink tears of Enos, not only mages. Oh.